Hello students, welcome to class 11 online education. Today we'll be reading subject economics unit 2 organization of data. So let us begin. What is organization of data? Organization of data is the second statistical tool under which data are arranged in such a form that comparison of masses of similar data may be facilitated and further analysis may be possible. The most popular way of organization of data is classification of data. Now, what is classification of data? Classification is the process of arranging data into sequence and groups according to their common characteristics or separating them into different but related parts. Now, let us know about objectives of classification. The main objectives of classification are: first, to simplify and condense the mass of data. In classification, the aim is to eliminate unnecessary details and make the use mass of complex data in simple tensed, logical and comprehensible form. It helps in highlighting the significant features of the data. Second objective is to explain similarity and dissimilarity of data. Classification facilitates the grouping of data according to certain similarities and dissimilarities. This enables the investigators to get them easily. And the third objective is to facilitate comparison. Yes, classification enables us to make meaningful comparison. Another objective of classification is to study the relationship. Classification helps in finding out cause and effect relationship based on some criteria between the data. For example, characteristics of income and education can be related. Classification also helps us to prepare the data for the tabulation. Only classified data can be presented in the table form. Classification provides basis for tabulation and further statistical processing. Another objective of classification is to present mental picture. The process of classification enables one to form a mental picture of objects and summarize the data can be easily remembered. Now we will study about basis of classification. The first basis is geographical classification data, second, chronological classification of data, third, qualitative classification of data, and fourth, quantitative classification of data. So let us understand these all in details. Now, geographical classification of data. When the data is classified according to geographical location or region, it is known as geographical classification. Population of different states is geographical classification. Same way we can see another example here, that state-wise estimates of population of food grains. So in this table you can see that the data is in the form of states. So this is an example of geographical classification of data. The another basis is chronological classification, which is also known as temporal classification. When the data is classified with respect to different periods of time, the types of classification is known as chronological classification. For example, population of Delhi for different years can be given according to the chronological classification. One such example in the table you can see that population of India from 1941 to 1991. So different years are given here, and in different years different population is shown here. So this is an example of chronological classification. The third classification is qualitative classification. In the qualitative classification, data is classified on the basis of descriptive characteristics or on the basis of attributes like sex, literacy, reason, caste, education, etc., which cannot be quantified. So let us know the types of classification. This type of classification of two types. One, it is simple classification and another is manifold classification. Let us first understand what is simple classification. When facts are classified into two classes according to one attributes only, then the classification is said to be simple. For example, we divide the population of a city into two groups, males and females. Then the classification is simple. Manifold classification, when facts are classified according to more than one attributes, or when each class is subdivided into more than two subclasses, then the classification is said to be manifold. For example, if we classify the population of city in two males and females, then subdivided into literate and illiterate, and further again subdivided according to reason, we find that a number of classes are formed. So here is the example of manifold data. You can see population is divided into male and female, and further male is divided into literate, illiterate, and female divided into again literate and illiterate. Now what is quantitative classification? In this classification, data is classified on the basis of some characteristics which can be measured, such as weight, height, income, expenditure, production or sales. So here is the example wherein gender-wise and class-wise information about students in a school is available, boys and girls, which is in terms of number. So this is known as quantitative classification. So after knowing all the different classification, let us know the concept of variable. The term variable is derived from the word vary, which means to differ or change. Hence, a variable refers to quantity or attributes whose value varies from one investigation to another. For example, height, weight, wages, expenditure, imports, productions, all are known as variable. Now, what are the kinds of variable? Variables are of two kinds, discrete variable and continuous variable. Now, let us understand discrete variable. Variables which are capable of taking only exact value and not any fraction value are termed as discrete variable. For example, number of workers or number of students in a class are discrete variables as they cannot be in fraction. Similarly, number of children in a family can be 12 or so on, but cannot be 2.5 or 3.7. So, this is the important feature of discrete variable. Let us know about continuous variable. Those variable which can be take all the possible value, integral as well as fractional in a given specified range are termed as continuous variables. The height or the weight of individual can be of any value within the limit, so that can be an example. So here our topic is over. Thank you.